How's it going, you lot? I hope you're all well. I dare say you've tuned in for the title of this video, but before we go into that, let's have a quick look and see what else we got. Now the story is, I've got a few little things. Oh, hang on, let's zoom this out. Oh, this is how it goes. I've got a few things here, look. Now the main thing I want to look at, specifically in this video, is this old radio, but I've got a load of stuff here from my old garage, where at my mum and dad's house when I obviously used to live there when I was a wee little scallywag. I had a garage in the garden and I had loads of stuff in it, you know, where I put with the motorbikes and things and all that back then. And I accumulated loads of stuff, mainly that was given to me from my dad, but also from all other places. You know, so I've got, you know, and he's clearing this out. You know, I've been moved out for I'm not really sure, around about 10 years probably. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere around that. And I cleared out most of it and bring it over to here when I moved out, but I didn't take it all. And so he's gradually clearing out my old garage, and it's been overtaken by, well, it's just been overtaken by wildlife basically. So a lot of this come off the shelves and things. I don't know where that come from. I don't remember that being in there, whatever. And it was also found this old antenna of some kind. I'm not quite sure what he would have used it for. He can't remember himself. It looks a bit too small for CB, but it might be. It's very, very magnetic. I can't actually get it off this box. I'm going to have to try and box it off. I've got this very nice metal box. I'm going to clean that up because it's fallen in a bucket of oil. Back when I was a teenager, I weren't the tidiest of people in the garage. I mean, I try to keep this place tidy now, but back then I'd leave buckets of oil, engine oil, you know, old engine oil where I drained it out of engines and things. I'd leave buckets of it just open, and things tend to fall in buckets of oil. And this apparently was inside a bucket of oil, which is good because it stopped the metal from rusting, but it's absolutely filthy in oil now. It's got nothing inside it. It's just a really nice metal box. No, I can't get that. I can't get that mag mount off. Oh, it has. It's got a few things inside it. Oh, look at that. It's got an old oily spark plug, a belt, a few bits and bobs. But like I said, it was in a bucket of oil apparently. So I'm going to clean that up. That's a nice old thing. I got that old army crate full of electrical wires. I've got this old paraffin torch. Well, it's not a torch as in like where you look, it's you know, a torch, that kind of torch. Put paraffin in it and pump it up. Apparently it works. I'm going to get some paraffin and see if that does work. That was on the shelf, all covered in wood dust now, like. But I've got all this stuff here that was on the, you know, on my shelves, the stuff that I used to use when I used to mess around with engines, you know, gunk engine degreaser. Whatever's in this one. It looks like me or someone else has written engine oil on that, so I'm assuming that's got engine oil in it. You know, and I've got super seal vehicle under seal and rust repellent shell. You know, I've got all sorts of things. Old light. I don't know what these are. Wheel clean, 25% extra. What's in here? Brake fluid, look, universal brake fluid. Still got some in it, don't know. Probably won't be any good anymore. Damp start, look. Starting fluid for wet engines. Shell. Another one, another damp start. All on the shelves I had in the garage back when I lived there. Very high temperature paint, Halkins, more wheel shine. What that is. Little pot of paint. Yeah, the dead spiders. But the real thing I want to look at in this video is this old radio. Look at this. I wonder if it. Oh, looks like it might have air bands, is it? Shortwave. Oh, look at that. And it's got a signal meter on it as well. Right, let's go and plug it in and see what we can get, shall we? There we go, look. I don't remember this being in, I don't remember ever having this. I reckon it must have come out of one of the other sheds or something perhaps. That can't be the original power cable for it, can it? with that on it, like that. I don't know, it might be. Can't see that being the original power cable. Hitachi, look. Old Hitachi radio. It's full of wood shavings now though. It's got a tape in it. What tape's it got in it? How do we eject the tape? Eject. $1974. Bajaj in concert. I don't know what that is. Wonder if this is gonna. I can't imagine that working. Look at all that in there, all for the wood shavings. Does that go up and down? That moves up and down. Look, when you do that, that goes up and down. That's a good sign. Oh, what are these volume and all that? Oh, look, it's all full of wood. Might have to get the old compressor and blow it all off. Get rid of some of the wood shavings, wood dust, and it looks like that. I don't know if that would be the original plug, but it's definitely one that'll fit in there. Look, DC 9 volts. That should be the same, shouldn't it? We can put batteries in it if we want to. Anyway, it's still got an aerial on it. The aerial's in good condition. That goes all the way up there, look. It'll go a bit further as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the air compressor, I'm going to blow off all the stuff because I don't want too much of that going down there. So probably already full of it inside there, but I don't want too much of it going in there. I'm going to blow all that off and then we'll plug it in and see if it works. And if it works, I want to play this tape. I've got loads of old tapes, but I don't know who the hell that is. So some of you lot may well do, but apparently it's on there. It's from 1974. Lovely. Rightio then, you lot. What I've done is I've blown it off a little bit with the old air compressor there, and I'm about to sneeze. Oh, that's better. A lot of dust everywhere. Right, so I'll plug that in there. Let's plug that in there. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I press this. Nothing. So, do we have an on button? Oh, look, there we go. Sleep. So, make sure the volume is down. Lovely. So, if I put it on radio. Yes! It is receiving. Right, so that should be long wave. Holy crap. That should be medium wave. That should be short wave. That should be FM. Nothing. Nothing. Might need a bit of switch cleaner now, I think. Tape. Does the tape work? No, I don't think it does. No, a little bit jammed up. It wants to go. That little belt in there slipping, I think. It does want to go though. Right, I'm going to get a bit of switch cleaner and spray some switch cleaner around. Try to take that knob off. I don't want to break it. I might unscrew the back and have a look in the back. Spray some switch cleaner because I don't think these knobs is working. That feels a bit weird. And hopefully we'll get it. It was receiving a minute ago, but not very well. So back in a minute. Right, so about 5 minutes of fiddling around. I've realised that this is the little knob to select the band that you want to go on, long wave, medium wave, short wave, or FM. And it wasn't gripping. There's a little spline in there that you usually find on radios and things. It weren't gripping on that, so I took that off and I used a pair of long nosed pliers and just to turn the dial, and it's a very dirty connection, so I've been spraying switch cleaner on it and moving it around, and I've got it, it's a bit iffy, but I've got it on FM at the moment, and I've been picking up some stations. So we've got, I don't really know what station that is, but we've got a station. Another station.
You know, a margin each way as to where the outside of the car is, or the length of a car. Where does the sound come from?
The car's sound will be generated for 2 loudspeakers, one is on the front and one is on the rear.
This is, I have no idea.
The sound should also indicate the car's behaviors. It means that...
Anyway.
People on the streets turned away. For a miracle.
And in my front room, decide.
So, we got FM to work. Now, I'm tempted just to leave it as that and use it, just have it as an FM radio, but that would be silly. So let's see if we can get the next one, which is shortwave, to work. But the trouble is, now that I've moved it and got it set, if I disturb it, it might make it worse, but we'll see. Bit of shortwave. Bit of Indian, perhaps. I reckon it's Indian. We've only got this little area here, look.
Das Einzimmer-Appartement in Beijing ist nicht nur zu Hause des Zweijährigen, sondern dient ihm auch als Atelier. Sein Handicap ohne Arme geboren.
Definitely German. Don't know what she was saying, but it was definitely German. Don't know what that is.
Mit einem dabei.
Anyway, so shortwave works. So now let's try a bit of medium wave, a bit of AM. I think that's got it. I ain't got it. Oh, we might have something. There we go.
8:27 or visit bythebridge.co.uk.
Over the halfway line, England, who found themselves behind inside 10 minutes.
There are some things you can affect and some things that you can't affect. And the things that you can affect, she's dealt with exceptionally well.
Download the BBC Sounds app.
Oh dear, don't do that. Anyway, so that is medium wave, but it does seem to work. Now let's try a bit of long wave. No, I think that's got it. Hang on. Oh, can you hear sound?
We want people to be able to hear the oncoming vehicle, but we also have to recognise that we don't want unnecessary, superfluous noise that is an annoyance.
Oh, shut up. He sounded well stuck up, he did, didn't he, eh? Not a lot on long wave.
But scientists have worked on this together with regulators.
I think shortwave's the best one. Turn that down. Shortwave is my favourite. Well, it was. Where's it all gone? Oh, it's shortwave, isn't it?
To benefit a lot of people who are looking at their phones. Yes, but people who are looking at their phones can look up from their phones.
Yes.
If you're visually...
We had loads on shortwave a minute ago. There we go.
Francisco Aguado Año Nuevo ha sido uno de los artistas españoles que han participado en la edición 2019 del Festival Internacional de Estatuas Vivientes organizado recientemente por el Teatro Masca de Bucarest.
What language is that? Italian or Spanish? I don't know.
Cristiano, el Parque Alessandro Joan Cusa y el Parque del Rey Miguel I. En nuestra página web
Dar această creștere a fost generată de companiile care și-au creat rezerve de produse pentru a limita.
No idea. But anyway, that is fantastic. I'm pleased that's worked. I think of a little bit more. What I am going to do is, I won't do it in the video because I'm going to take my time over it. Maybe when I've got a bit of extra time I'll sit down. I'll take the back off. It's easy, it's just 4 screws. And I'll put I've got loads of switch cleaner. I'll clean up all the switches. I'll try and fix the tape deck, because the tape deck, it runs on the inside, but I'm pretty sure it's got a belt in there and it sounds like it's slipping, or whatever it is, the gears are slipping, something's not working and it ain't spinning the tapes. I'll have a look at that, put loads of switch cleaner on there, and then once it's all working and I know everything's alright, I'll just stick a dab of super glue, not a lot, just in case I have to take it off in the future, but I'll just stick a dab of super glue in there, and so I can put that on there, because what happens is this doesn't grip anymore. I think it used to have a bit more spring in it like that, and then when you slid it over that pin, that little pinion thing, it kind of gripped it, but it doesn't grip it anymore. So it just spins on it. It doesn't change the thing. So I put a little dab of super glue on there, and that should hold that in there, and it should grip it then. But everything else is alright. The bass and treble work, the volume works, the speaker sounds good, doesn't it? So I'm pretty pleased with that. Do you know what? That's sat out in the garage in the cold. It's been damp, you know, it's been hot. It's been sat out there full of wood. I've got most of it off, but you lot saw it. Probably full of spiders in there as well, you know, and it bloody works. That's fantastic. It's exactly the same as this other one. This other one over here is sat outside. Well, not outside, but it's sat in a cold, damp garage, and for a long time it actually sat on the concrete floor just down there. And it was in a puddle of water when we had a bit of a flood. Well, it wasn't a flood, but a lot of rain coming, and this one here got wet, but this one works fine. Yeah! Apart from the bad signal, because we're about to have a thunderstorm, so it goes a bit fuzzy when you have a thunderstorm. But yeah, these older radios are much better. I mean, if you're a subscriber of mine, you'll see I've got a small collection of old radios like this. I haven't got one the same as this one. This is really good. I like this one. I'm going to give it a proper good clean up. Now I know that it does actually work. I'm going to give it a proper good clean, and on the outside I mean as well, we'll give it a polish. And this is fantastic. I've got a small collection of these, older ones from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know. I've got valve radios from the 50s. But I love this older one, these styles of radios. Fantastic, and they're far superior to the ones you can buy these days. I mean, this is a very good example. I don't know the age of this one, but I would like to guess it's probably 70s or 80s. It won't be any older than 70s, I know that for a fact, but it's going to be somewhere in between 75 and 85, I would imagine. I would be surprised if it's from the 90s, but it might be, but I would be surprised. But some of you may have had one of these, or possibly have one, or if you know how to date these. I've looked all around it, there's no dates on it, but all it says on it is Hitachi there. It's got a condenser microphone in it, but it doesn't actually say what model it is anywhere. Even on the back it doesn't say. I don't think it does anyway. So yeah, but really pleased with it. This is a testament to how good, well built they were, because this has not been looked after in the past 10 years or so. I don't know what it was looked after before, but I know for a fact it's been in a cold, damp, you know, it's been cold and damp in the winter and hot, you know, really hot in the summer. We've been getting 30, 35 degrees summers. So it's been going up and down all over the place. So yeah, sweet. And you know what? I always forget to remind you lot in the past videos. I keep forgetting to remind you. Don't forget about the giveaway. I'm giving away this Thunderpole T800 radio here. So the draw, well not the draw, but the end of the giveaway. It's nothing fancy. It's just all you got to be is subscribed, because that's the way I'm going to choose the winner. I'm going to go through the subscription list, load all of them up onto a website, and one of those automatic ones that you just press a button and it picks a random person or a name out of a virtual hat, I suppose. And yeah, that's how you're going to win. Did I say when the draw is going to be, or the end of it? The 20, well not 20, bloody hell. The end of July 2019. The very last day of July 2019. That will be the end, and probably about 4 or 5 days after that I'll announce the winner. Anyway, thanks for watching, you lot. Really appreciate it. I'm going to go and get that radio cleaned up and get it polished, and I'm going to go through all the other stuff I've got here. I'll catch you on the next one, dudes. Take care, wouldn't you?